the blessings that prepare us for Kriyat Shema, which make it possible for us to know the One. We're now shifting from the world of song, of the heart, of emotion, of appreciating beauty, of awakening love, into the world of unity, something which is actually more cerebral, oriented around our minds and our ability to abstract and look at things not in a direct experiential way, but actually to understand something about them. We're moving into what is the world of neshama, which in the context of the 5 different levels is actually the level of our ability to understand and to really come to a deeper wisdom by virtue of using our minds. So we actually end Psukei Zimra with a very powerful statement, Yachid Chei Ha'olamim, which is that Hashem, who is one, is the life in the plural of all the worlds. This is a way for us to take the excitement, the enlightenment, the inspiration of our time in Psukei Zimra and to unify it into a recognition of the singular life which stands behind all. This is actually something which you can do with a personal contemplation where you take a look for a moment at the very different and myriad ways in which you come to expression, whether it be talking, moving, whether it be loving or fearing, whether it be in compassion or in removal, whether it be in looking or in smelling. All these different types of lives that you live are all a reflection of one integrated life from within. Well, the world is the same way. There's one God thinking all of this, and we are, in a sense, privy to his different thoughts. But nevertheless, there's only one singular being, one singular identity standing behind all of those, who is the God to whom we now turn. And so these blessings which prepare us for the Shema actually will take us through 3 different ways in which we can orient ourselves towards unity. The realization that opposites intersect, intertwine, and are really a reflection of one. The realization that life has many different expressions, which are all leading towards one purpose. And the realization of love, which is the experience of the merging which comes by virtue of these contemplations. So let's take a look at them. The first blessing is Yotzer Or V'Vorei Choshech. Right there, God is making, forming light and creating darkness. He's making everything, and that with peace and wholeness. So here's really an invitation to consider how our experience of life is just so full of opposites, of darkness, of light, of sleep, awake, of water and dryness, of night and day, of male and female, of so many different aspects of our reality seem to be all the time reflecting through these polar opposites. And yet we know when you take a minus and a plus, they draw towards each other. When you take a man and a woman, they draw towards each other. When you sleep, you're empowering yourself to be awake. When you're awake, you're accumulating information and experiences which will then be processed by your sleep. When the world goes out and the light goes out at night, so this actually becomes a time to contemplate more inwardly in preparation for the day. These are not antithetical aspects. They are opposite but not antithetical. And so we seek during this first blessing to orient ourselves in a way in which we're able to recognize how everything is dedicated together in this unified fashion, but by which life is reflected through opposites, but actually is reflecting one singular purpose. And this then leads us to the song of the angels, the seraphim, who say Kadosh, 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 which means really literally fully dedicated, fully dedicated, fully dedicated. Everything is dedicated, whether it be the mental, the emotional, the physical, fully dedicated to a God who appears through myriad forms and expressions, but is only one. So that is the first preparation. And really it's the preparation for Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. Listen, Yisrael, Hashem is one, which we'll explore separately. Then, the second blessing takes us actually into the world of the spinning angels, meaning the Ofanim, who say, Baruch, Kavod Hashem Mimkomo, God, you are blessed from your place, but there's a sense of me looking towards where Hashem is. I'm looking from a world which is full of the kinds of opposites which seem to be in battle with each other. And so we then talk about how Le'el Baruch Nimotiteinu Lamelech HaChai V'Kayam Zmirot Yomerot Tishpachnu Zmiu Kihu Levado Poel Gvurot. He does actions that require strength. Poel Gvurot. Matzmiach Yeshuot. Saves us. Borei Refuot. Creates healings. Notice this is not just light and darkness here. These are aspects of life which are problematic, which then Hashem provides salvation for. This is a very different orientation. This is the orientation which actually leads into history, into the playing out of change, into transition and transformation, which all come by virtue of a struggle behind which God stands to reveal through our lives the way in which everything is being moved towards a brighter future. Note that this orientation actually then is parallel to what we'll say after we say Hashem is one. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. God is blessed. He's overflowing with myriad expressions forever over the course of history. Finally, we then talk about Hashem's love. This is the time for us to experience how Hashem desires to share with us His life, His identity, His dreams. He does this through the revelation of the Torah. And what we're invited now to do is like a lover would want to come to understand better her or his beloved. So here also we sense that we're actually desiring to know Hashem more. And as we are oriented more towards knowing Hashem more, we recognize and become awakened to the fact that we're actually attracted to Him more. And that attraction is a mutual attraction. Hashem has created a world in which He's opened Himself to love and has exposed and made Himself vulnerable by sharing with us what it is that He desires through mitzvot, how it is that He understands and sees creation through the teachings of the Torah. It's like when someone shares with you their dreams, they're hoping that you'll participate with them in realizing them. So it is here. And this Ahavat Olam or Ahava Rabbah, depending on your nusach, prepares you for Ve'ahavtat Hashem Elokecha. You will surely come to love Hashem with all of your heart and all of your life energy and everything that's been created by you, all of your me'od, all of that together now participates in the love of Hashem. B'chol levavcha, with all of your hearts, no matter which direction they're taking you, with all of your life force, even though it's expressed in so many seemingly antithetical ways. And b'chol me'odecha, all of the creativity, which is the expression of who you have decided to, chosen to live your life out as being. And so these preparations prepare us to really connect to the unity of Hashem. Now we'll have a meditation which takes us through these different aspects of unification. In this meditation, we're going to enter into a connection with the oneness of Hashem that is guided by the way in which the blessings before Kriyat Shema structure our access to this. So let's take a few moments to let ourselves relax. Just settle in as you begin a process of connecting inward to the quiet, more contemplative and still aspect of yourself. Allowing yourself to relax into the space you are in, letting the weight of your own body give you a sense of sound, presence, connection. Allowing your breath to guide you inwards as it moves in and out, in and out. And we're going to follow this movement as our first access to the unity which we seek to align ourselves with. Just following it in and out, in and out, sensing how it's opening you and then releasing as you, in a sense, close, open, and close, expand, contract, expand, contract, light, and dark, light, and dark. Receive, expel, receive, expel, receive, expel. Awake, asleep, awake, asleep, awake, asleep. Interaction of polar opposites within which you exist, within which you live. All the greater whole containing both, or both our life. Life and death. life and death, life and death, all is one, all is unity. All fulfills and completes all. Yotzer or ubore choshech, creating with creative powers light. Bringing darkness into being. Making wholeness of it all. And the one who is beyond and within and origin to all this expression of the unity and the single being, manifesting in so many different ways that become expressed as opposites one to another. All bound together through Him, all expressions of Him, all His being manifesting. The oneness within, all that is He. Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. It's holy and completely dedicated and devoted. A fiery presence within all, expressing His devotion and dedication in sacred expression of all. Now allow yourself to, so to speak, pull back from this, to reconnect to your singular and separate reality, looking at all of the myriad ways in which Hashem's life force comes through. Knowing that He is indeed blessed, overflowing with giving, and hearing our song sung towards Him. Acting all the powers, creating all the innovations, growing all of the life, bringing all healing to the sick, creating the lights of sun and moon, and the interaction between them. Bringing about male and female, and the interaction between them. The love which binds all together is He. The love which is beneath and within all is He. The love which He is expressing and creating all of this is He. The love which is the great love with which He shares His life with wisdom and understanding is He. For He is love. He is compassion. He is care. He is wisdom. He is understanding. He is guidance, will, desire for good, all living through us, expressed through His Torah, expressed through His revealed wisdom, which we imbibe as the love He shows for us, as the love which lives through us. Avat Olam Avtanu. Feel that love. Let it completely be absorbed in you. Return to yourself as beloved by the one whose very life force is the life force you live. Sense yourself chosen for the special mission that you have been sent here to fulfill. A choosing Hashem is chosen with love and care. That you bring light, wisdom, love, healing, kindness to His world. Let these blessings infuse you with guidance, direction. It's connected all to the root of all opposites, to the one who knows no opposites, to the unity which is God.